Hello, Aquarius. Thank you for joining me here at Leaping Lotus Tarot. Take a deep breath for me if you would. Ground into the present moment and set your intention for what you need to learn about yourself or about the situation that you have a question about. Please only take the messages that resonate for you and leave what doesn't for somebody else. Hit like and subscribe and drop in the comments because that's very important to getting this channel out and these messages for people that need to hear them to help raise the collective consciousness. What does Aquarius need to hear today? Also, if you're new to my channel, the way my readings kind of work is that I start off with a few cards and it's very broad, right? And then I'll start asking clarifying questions as I go along. So hold on for the first couple minutes while I get the broad information out, and then we will dive deeper into the questions that you have, okay? So, wow, interesting. Okay, wow. So there's a lot coming through already here. This feels like, okay. We have the King of Cups in reverse, which isn't a great energy to start. But there's also the Knight of Wands upright. So to me right away, this feels like this king is not fully developed into himself yet. He's definitely knight status. He's not page status, but he's knight status. He's working towards king status. He's clear on his passion. He's clear on what he wants to do. He's got that dialed because he's the Knight of Wands here upright. He might even be pretty good looking. He's got the, the beautiful peacock feathers here. He's proud of himself and what he's passionate about. So that's great. But there's a piece missing. The piece that's missing possibly is some sort of emotional component because of that King of Cups being in reverse, cups being water or emotion. And then we also have the Ace of Swords in reverse, which is kind of really weird because that's a clarity, that's a communication, that's a decisiveness, that's the hand of God coming down with a sword saying like your clear path, your clear decision, your clear communication. So there's something, it's some sort of emotional communication thing that is keeping this Knight of Wands from being his full expression of his best self. And I've got these cards all out here, and these are all in reverse. Holy cow. Okay. Wow. Beautiful cards, by the way. I love this deck. It's called the Soul Tarot. So we have Temperance in reverse. So that's a powerful major arcana energy speaking to something potentially being a lot of balance. And again, the Sun energy is masculine, and it's honestly a super beautiful, powerful, abundant card in the tarot. And generally I don't take it in the reversal just because it is so positive, but we have all reversals here, so I'm going to take this quite literally. So since we were saying in the beginning that the King of Cups, Knight of Wands, King of Cups, same guy, we're talking about the same person, okay? The extra piece that they need is the Sun. The extra masculine piece that they need to come into balance, to flip to the Temperance card into the upright and the Sun into the upright, is some sort of emotional communication or clarity. So that all is in sync. Looking at the Six of Cups in reverse and the Seven of Cups in reverse, let me look at the imagery on these cards too, because I like to also take into account what the artist has done with their interpretation of the Rider-Waite tarot. Seven of Cups is it's like choices. There's lots of choices you can make. Six of Cups kind of can speak to soulmates or past connections. You might be debating about whether you want to connect with a past soulmate. Could be what this is. But the Three of Wands is in reverse. Oh, that's interesting imagery. There's a bridge between two rocks, and there's like these little pieces that have fallen out, or they're not there anymore. So it's not really a path you can walk. You'd have to jump. You'd have to take some sort of leap of faith there, I guess, to the other side. So I think that there's something, I'm getting chills. So there's something that that's what this lack of clarity is. That's what this is. So your lack of clarity is that in your gut, in your intuition, that going back to a past soulmate or connection is not your truth. That's not where you're supposed to be going. You learned that lesson and you can move on from it. But since you don't have that clarity of what you should do instead, that's why you kind of keep going back to it and saying, maybe this is something I need to make work, or maybe there is something left unfinished there, but you also know you have options, okay? So I want to kind of talk about those options, because all of this back into the past, sort of like having to, take a little wild jump here, or to like have to do all that extra sort of stuff to sort of make a puzzle piece fit, it's not where it's at, okay? So let us figure out what the advice is, okay, about who maybe you should go for instead of this past soulmate, or what the future brings, or what that what that piece is that's missing. Actually, as I look under the deck here, there's the Four of Pentacles, and there's a little mouse sleeping here, and there's a little dog or wolf fox thing that's sniffing around trying to, like, you know, find the goods in the ground here, right? So since this is Pentacles, this is Earth energy, could be finances. So a missing piece in some aspect could be finances, but hey, I didn't shuffle it through, so that's just a little sidebar. The Chariot and the Fool, and whoa, okay, look at just the imagery of this. So with the Chariot, this is the Emperor and the Empress. This is a powerful, again, major arcana card. This is two people riding together towards their goal, towards their ambition, full of fire and will and willpower and determination. And so there's a little egg coming out of a little chick coming out of an egg. So that's his representation of the determination, I guess, to break out of the shell, to break into something new. So that's what you want, is you want an Empress to ride in the Chariot with you. So if I'm talking to a masculine, again, masculine and feminine energies are interchangeable. Actually, I didn't mention that already in this reading, but if you're new here, I don't really pick genders too much because that can apply for whoever. So if you're a masculine listening, you want your feminine. If you're a feminine listening, you want your masculine, and you want him to be that step up, you know, that one little piece that's missing to make him the king that you need him to be, emotional fulfillment wise. But we have the Fool in reverse. This is Pisces energy. So we got this little chick coming out of the shell, right, breaking through, but then there's some sort of maybe like a fear, or there's something that's preventing this Fool's journey. This is the very beginning of the tarot. This is the whole point. It's the Fool's journey. It's the beginning. This is the start. This is the little sprout that's going to blossom and bloom and go through its trials and tribulations in this life. And so there's a lack of like readiness for that or something. And we also have the Page of Wands in reverse. The Page is a youthful energy. It's naive. It's a child. It has the excitability of what it wants to do, but it doesn't have the reps and the experience to do it. Let me read this. It says, yes, no, pause, tend. I'll just let you look at that imagery there. But it's in reverse. And it's weird that it's a wand energy, but because we had the Knight of Wands come out in the beginning. So I'm going to have to get clarity for that card. I'm not really sure what this means. So tell me about the Page of Wands, please. Please help me clarify the Page of Wands. I'm only taking messages from spirits of light and love and abundance. Ooh, speaking of which, 10 of Pentacles. Look at all that beautiful fruitful harvest. We've got the sunflowers and the pumpkins and the carrots and the onions and the tomatoes and the radishes. Oh, yummy, yummy. This is something you don't need to worry about. So even though you don't have the full picture yet, you don't see the stairs of the full staircase, your happiness and abundance, because remember how I had that little snippet of the Four of Pentacles? I'm like, by the way, there might be a little financial thing. Well, here's the validation that the finances are going to come together. You're going to have your abundance and happiness. I feel like we need to ask, I think there's got to be a curiosity here about who that other person in the Chariot is. I think we want to know that. What do we need to know about the other person in the Chariot? Ooh, the Hermit. Interesting. Could be a Virgo. Interesting, interesting. Okay. It's somebody who's coming into their awakening as well. Somebody who's listening to their own inner world and coming to a clarity around who they are. So that's cool. So it's a cool person. We like that. Anything else we need to know about this person? Maybe like a timeline on when it's going to happen, or interesting. So what I'm getting with this, we have the Star in reverse and we have the Two of Swords in reverse. There's something that you don't expect about this person. They're either like not in the same industry as you, or they're like their interests are very different, or I'm just taking a look at this imagery real quick. There's also this Ten of Wands, which is beautiful, like sticks floating down a river. This is like carrying burdens or like a heavy load towards a destination. And in my mind too, with the star, that's like somebody moving towards that destination, but it was in reverse. And so that's why I'm kind of saying that it's like somebody who's on a slightly different path than you. This is weird. Okay, let me just get some clarity. What is this Two of Swords and the, like, what is, give me some more clarity of this, because how is this, why is there like an indecisiveness with this, or like why they're not on the same path, or like, what's the difference? Just give me the, oops, okay. Okay, oh, that's a lot of cards. We're just going to quickly interpret it though, because they all came out, so. Okay, so if this person is in a different industry, or they're different, very different somehow, you guys are going to light each other's fire. So whatever you bring to the table is going to build up and better what they bring to the table, and vice versa. So you guys are going to be different but very complementary, which is super cool. And now we have the King of Cups upright. So that might be the final piece, is the other person in the Chariot, right? The other half of this situation. So that's cool to know that you're going to become that King of Cups that you're looking to be, or that you're looking to have, with that Ten of Pentacles. So the fires are lighting. Two of Cups. This is beautiful too. This is a decision. This is also like soulmate, not soulmate. It's really like a partnership and harmony card, and it could be soulmates, right? Seven of Pentacles, growing something. Ooh, now we've got Temperance upright, and we've got Ace of Swords upright. That's amazing. So this is totally validating from what we started with at the beginning. So I think I've been on the right track this whole time with what I've been saying, because now we're getting validation cards in the upright that are speaking to this balance. So the Seven of Pentacles and this Knight of Swords in reverse, that's kind of the only things I haven't really addressed yet. Seven of Pentacles is growth. It's a garden. I mean, that makes sense because, you know, you need to grow, you need to plant the seeds of your intention to grow this garden to come into the Ten of Pentacles of abundance. So that all makes sense. The Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so actually I did figure it out. So as I was looking at this river, this flowing river of Ten of Wands, I was thinking of time, actually, not burden and like the traditional meaning of this card. I was thinking of time, and I was like, it might take time, like a river steadily flowing. It's like this person flows into your life steadily or something. And that makes sense because of this Knight of Swords in reverse. The Knight of Swords in reverse, well, upright, let's start with upright. It's a speed card. It's like, it's a knight rushing in fast at full gallop, kind of like this bird diving in super fast, but it's in reverse. So this person comes in slowly like the river. Okay, well, hopefully that was helpful or interesting to you. If it was, please drop in the comments like an emoji or something like that. I love hearing from you guys. And as always, I hope to see you again here at Leaping Lotus Tarot.